Welcome to part 3 of episode 572 here on the VIG Lounge, where this time Indy Darling runs the gauntlet against all of the female wrestlers that are in WWE 2K26 that were the part of the 2026 mass releases from WWE. If you're looking for part 1, it is available already on Twitch and is being uploaded to YouTube as I speak. I will be uploading part 2 once part 1 has uploaded. So keep an eye out for that. That should be available on Twitch already. So if you want to follow me at the following address, which is twitch.tv/visually impaired gamer 1987, you can check out the previous videos there. And of course, they'll be up on YouTube later today, along with part 3 once we're finished here. And as I've said in part 1 and part 2, to anybody who is shocked by this at all, this is a common practice that WWE does. They want to make their stocks look good, to make shareholders happy by recording record profits and then making themselves look that much better by releasing talent, whether they're involved in storylines or not. And at the end of the day, these are people's livelihoods. So you can argue all you want that, oh, they weren't being used or they were lower card talent or what have you, but their lives have changed. And I sincerely hope that every person who was affected by this release is able to find something, meaningful, whether it's inside the wrestling ring, whether it's in another venture. I sincerely wish everybody the best. And as I have done in the previous videos as well, I'm going to tell you my thoughts on where I think each one of these female superstars will be post WWE, and we'll go from there. So if you're enjoying the content, please remember to like, share, comment, and subscribe, all that good stuff. With housekeeping out of the way, let's jump into the third and final installment of the 2026 Releases Gauntlet here on the VIG Lounge. All right, and here we go. Serial. Oh my goodness, what a shot there by Indy Darling. Starting off with Kairi Sane, who is probably the most surprising release I could think of, because she had a storyline. I haven't been watching WWE, but I know enough about it. She had a storyline involving Asuka and breaking away from Asuka's control, which will now go unfinished. But honestly, Kairi is such a talented wrestler that I don't think it'll matter where she ends up. She's going to do very well for herself. I feel that if she stays stateside, she would be a fantastic addition to the AEW women's roster. And, she could also go back to a place like Stardom, maybe go wrestle in Japan at Marigold. Very hard to say, but this is the one that kind of surprised me the most, because Kairi is fantastic. I've always liked her style. And, she's also, I'm not going to lie, always found her very attractive. So, great performer, great look, and I think Kairi's going to do just fine, and probably better being outside of the WWE this time. And I'd love to see her in AEW, I really would. But like I said, if she wants to go back to Japan, wrestle in Stardom, I'd say go for it. What a belly-to-belly suplex there by Indy Darling, as she's now taken over control of this contest. Backbreaker. Indy driving the knee and picks up Kairi. Nice counter. Kairi Sane with a kick and a cover and a kick out before the count of 1. And we're back to this again, are we? Kairi just shoves it away and look out. Rolling cutter on Kairi Sane. Indy Darling into the cover one. I don't know who this blonde rep is, but got somebody different. I think we have Jessica Carr for the first two. Another big-time belly-to-belly suplex. And Indy Darling swinging that hook. Hook of the leg once again. 1. And a kick out by Kairi. Suplex into the cover, the backdrop driver, if you will, and a kick out again by Kairi for the count of 1. Uh-oh, what is... Oh, just a knee. Another back suplex. Elects not to pin this time. Oh, look at this. Tilt-a-whirl into the backstabber. Into the cover, hooks the leg. 1, 2, 3. Kyrie Sane's been eliminated. Entrant number 3. She is a member of the Secret Herbis, Slagent A. Alba Fire, who I think is going to revert back to her indie name, Kaylee Ray. And I'd like to see her actually team up with Isla Dawn in AEW. Maybe she'll go back to the European indie scene. Or she could also end up in a place like MLW. What a Death Valley driver. Already on Alba here. 2 and no. I was a little premature there. I thought it was going to be a 2 count, but was not. Missed the drop kick as Alba just swatted Indy Darling away. Working kicks, nice counter. And a counter once again into a DDT. I think Indy Darling was looking for the Indy scepter. It didn't pay off. Nice counter. Beautiful corkscrew cross body to the inside. That was just truly excellent. And an overhead blow to belly. Showing off her power here. Running next snap. And she's got that heel hook. Not necessarily a submission, but to wear down Slagent A. And now that knee across the arm. Indy Darling taking the ring moniker of Robbie Eagles. Oh my God, he put her back in. What a simple but effective hip toss. 1, 2, and a kick out by Fire at a count of 2. Uh-oh. Oh, she was looking for something, but it was countered by all the Fire. Kick to the gut. Oh, what is this? Jumping armbar takedown. Indy Darling wrenching on that Fujiwara armbar. Could be setting up for the Indy breaker. Uh-oh. Oh, brought her in and then took her down with a devastating forearm. And around we go. Just a devastating face buster. Countered once again by Alba Fire. What's Alba going for here? Headed to the top. Missed the axe handle. Uh-oh. What is this? Tilt-a-whirl powerbomb. 1, 2, 3. Alba Fire's been eliminated. Secret Slagent A. Entrant number 4, a member of the Wyatt 6, Nikki Cross. Now this one's easy. She's married to Big Damo. Killian Dane, as you may know him from WWE. Nice drop kick there on Cross. So Big Damo, aka Killian Dane, is wrestling in MLW. So I think the logical fit there, obviously, would be for Nikki to join her husband, because there's nothing wrong with that. And if not, she could certainly end up in TNA along with other members of the Wyatt 6. Nice German suplex. As Indy Darling does not appear to be intimidated whatsoever by this Abby the Witch version of Nikki Cross. Look out. Speaking of Cross, sit out, crucifix bomb in the center of the ring. 1, 2, no, not even a 2 count. Again, I was a little preemptive. That's okay. Oh, God, what a knee. And Nikki Cross now has been busted open. Irish whip into the buckle. What is this? Oh, it is a curry to the back of the head, and she's not done. Sliding German suplex. And she's into the cover. 1, 2. Cross kicks out. An excellent sequence there. Oh, we've seen this before. Nope, countered by Cross. Drop kick connects flush. We know what Indy Darling was going for. She's hit it a few times in previous matches. Oh, that snap mirror once more. Irish whip. Puts Nikki on the top. We might get it this time, and I think we will. Uh-oh. Avalanche swinging neckbreaker. She got it. Into the cover. Sits up with it. 2 and 3. Nikki Cross has been eliminated. And the final entrant number 5, Zelina Vega. Now, obviously, as she's married to Aleister Black, I'm thinking wherever Aleister goes, Zelina may follow, but she has quite a lucrative career on Twitch, so she may not even want to wrestle or match, but if she does go into the wrestling sphere once again, feel that she could end up maybe in TNA or MLW. Look up. Oh, face buster. She set up and Zelina basically ran into that. Oh, credit to Zelina, she kicked out. Uh-oh. Might be a short trip for her. Kick up and Nation. Hook of the leg. 1, 2, 3, and that's it. Here is your winner, Indy Darling. And once again, I sincerely want to wish all of the wrestlers that we covered in this Gauntlet 3-part series all the best in whatever they do next. I'm not going to say what WWE normally says because I feel that would come across as condescending, so I don't want to do that. But be that as it may, whether it's in another wrestling company, whether it's in a completely different venture, I sincerely hope that everybody's able to land on their feet and find something meaningful, purposeful, and providing them with the ability to provide for themselves and for their families. Because these are always sad for the wrestlers, you know? I can make fun of the WWE practice, which I do, but at the end of the day, these are people who no longer have a job and have to basically, rebuild their lives. I will say, I didn't mention this previously because it ended too quickly, but the one especially that gets me is Santos Escobar, because he initially didn't want to re-sign with WWE. They worked something out where he could wrestle in AAA when he re-signed, and then he only got released, I think a year or less than a year later, and also released while being out injured. Like, I do not respect that at all. I think that's a disgusting tactic. If a person gets injured on your watch, whether it's in your company or another company that you're affiliated with, i.e. TNA, AAA, etc., then, honor that contract until the wrestler is able to, get themselves to a point where they can actually start wrestling again if they choose to do so. And, I get it, it's a business, blah, 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 but they can afford it. Record profits, even before the releases. So, it's another disgusting thing. I know I'm going to do this again in April or May of 2027. So stay tuned for that. But On the plus side, I'm glad I got to share my thoughts with where I think all these wrestlers are going to be because there are some talented, talented individuals amongst this group. And whether they're great ring workers, whether they're great on the mic, have great character work, I think they're all going to do fantastic. Thank you all for tuning in to this three-part series today. Once again, I have been the Visually Impaired Gamer 1987. I bid you adieu, and for the final time, have yourselves a Sunday fun day. Cheers, everybody.